Hello everyone, this is Anna from Cat Realty, and today I'm here to talk to you about the Web Summit, which I was present. For those of you who don't know, Cat Realty is a relocation and investment agency that works with lifestyle and helps people find their ideal life in Portugal, wherever that may be. So we work all over the country and cooperate between areas and agents. And we work with both rentals and purchases and support you all the way through by having lawyers, technical verifications, engineers, networking, finding you whatever you need. So, for today's topic, the Web Summit. Web Summit is one of the biggest events in Portugal, and this year it was all about AI. So most of the talks in the Web Summit was all around AI and how AI is going to revolutionize the job market and the technology market. And yeah, I very much believe it will. I personally don't think it will be a very fast thing. So there is very different opinions on this, even on the presenters and speakers on the Web Summit. There was people that said it would take a year, and there was people that said it would take 10 years. I think I'm a bit in between. I think it will be taking anywhere between 3 to 5 years to getting AI actually functional. And I think that the biggest problem of AI will be the regulations and how the technology is going to evolve faster than the ability to regulate it, which is already a problem in the technology market. So that problem is probably only going to get worse, and I have no idea how to fix it. But it's definitely a very exciting thing. And I'm very happy that Portugal is getting involved in this and attracting technology. We have some very interesting business here in Portugal. One of them was Babel, that is an instant translation service app. And it's amazing, really. So we have quite a few, we call it the unicorns here in Portugal. And although I personally don't think that the regulations on businesses and work in Portugal from a business owner perspective are great. They are not. There is a lot of other very attractive factors to having a business in Portugal, and one of them can actually be the low wages. Although personally I think we are a bit overtaxed on wages, but that's, my personal opinion as a business owner. But yes, overall the Web Summit was very exciting, and we also took the time to take some videos of Lisbon and walk around some locations to show you a bit of Lisbon brimming with even the Christmas lights and how lively it is. And the Web Summit brought 70,000 people to Lisbon. It's a huge amount of people. It's a sea of people. So here in Portugal, we only have 10 million, I think it's close to 11 million now, residents, which is very little from an international perspective. Most of the big metropolis have more than that in just the city. But so when you have this huge thing, international things, that you just get 70,000 people coming in, it's really a sea of people. And although I think it's a great event from a development and country perspective, I do have some criticizing to make from a local perspective. So the Lisbon residents overall weren't too happy about the Web Summit. Mostly because, unfortunately, they didn't nearly reinforce the metro enough. So the metro was not really reinforced at all, although 70,000 extra people were around. So even when I was in the metro and talking to some Portuguese people, I was hearing some complaints about how it was affecting their daily lives and their ability to get from their home to their jobs, because it was so much harder to get the subway and that was so much people, and I didn't have a reinforcement, which was very unfortunate. And also it definitely affected the traffic. So there was a lot of traffic, and I did alter between Uber and Metro. But yes, I think from a local perspective and a public transport perspective, things could have been handled a bit better. Also, the Web Summit happened right on top of the whole political drama we've been having. And supposedly some of our governmental representatives were going to speak, and most of them jumped out. So they were supposed to speak at the entry, and they ended up just having Costa speaking at the exit, with not very good English, by the way. But anyway, it was a super fun event. I think it's very expensive from a local perspective. So right now, the early bird costs, the tickets are 950 euros per person, and there was a promo of getting 2 for 1. Which is, well, it is a huge conference, and it has like 15 stages, things constantly happening, and it's great to make connections and meet other businesses and networking. But from a Portuguese perspective, it's definitely a bit expensive, but I think it's probably worth it. And especially if you are working on the technology area, it also allows you to meet investors and so on. And on that note, I will be making an exciting announcement very soon. So keep an eye out for that, because Savvy Cat will be innovating and adapting. As you know, the market hasn't been great right now with the whole political situation around immigration. So I'm pivoting and I'm adapting, because that's what businesses need to do. And I'm going into technology. So I'm just giving you this little peek, and stay tuned to know more. But going back to the Web Summit, it was amazing to hear a lot of the speakers, and it was very interesting to hear their businesses' perspectives and the technology evolution. It was very inspiring. And yes, I think if you are in the technology area, it's worth it to give it a shot. And to pop over, the hotel prices and so on get very, very inflated at this time. Thankfully, we didn't have to pay for that, as I have a house in Lisbon, and I didn't have that cost. But for those of you that are outside of Portugal and want to plan, there is definitely the 2024 Web Summit. It's going to be in November 20-something. Sorry, I don't have, but we'll add it here. And it's better to plan ahead as much as possible, because hotels get very expensive around this time. And within Europe, you can get pretty cheap flights, but internationally, the flight planning is definitely big cost too. So there is people from all over the world in this event. Literally, I've seen people from Japan, from Dubai, from India, Brazil, all over Europe, everywhere really. And it's amazing just to see a bit of everyone, and it can be a bit too much people, but it's kind of the point, isn't it? But yes, stay tuned for the exciting announcements that we'll have soon. And we will also be sharing a bit of the Christmas and holiday traditions here in Portugal, and the lights that have been going all over, which is very nice to see, especially at night. And we will be getting into the holiday spirit ourselves, and so I hope to get to share that with you guys. So If you are looking to relocate to Portugal, once again, we work with both rentals and purchases. For those of you who want to take advantage of an NHR, you can still do it until the end of the year, and once again, we can help you with both rentals and purchases. And if you can, feel free to reach out to us at contact@savvycatrealty.com, and you can check everything about our service, how our service works, at www.savvycatrealty.com. So I hope that this was nice and useful, and I hope to see you all soon. If you were present in the web summit, I would love to hear from you. Leave us a comment. I would love to hear your opinion on it, and I will see you all again next week. Bye.